Hello and welcome to Cindershadow Gaming. I'm your host Cindershadow, and today is This Week in Magic. Well, you know, This Week in Magic has been an ongoing series of this channel for a very long time, and if you guys want this to continue, do like, subscribe, and share this out with everyone you know. That is how this is going to continue. Otherwise, I may have to turn around and not do this as a weekly update and turn it into a as things come along. And then it's not as special in that sense to me. I think it's something that I do like to do as This Week in Magic, as I believe it is something that is important to all of us. That said, by all means, I still want to cover Magic the Gathering topics and everything like that. I still play the game. I really do enjoy playing Magic. Just, it's been in a very difficult position, and it's starting to put me in a difficult position to continue it. If you guys still want this type of content, do let me know down below and share it out, because the more you share it out, the more I can do more content like this and continue it going. So, into what happened this week in Magic. Well, if you guys were around last weekend, I was not. I was away from home. Me and the wife took a day trip away, but that was the Arena Open. Now, the Arena Open it was one of the bigger events that was coming down the line, mainly because it was a sealed event. It wasn't your typical build your constructed deck, burn all these wild cards. It literally is just pay the entry fee, enter into these things as many times as you want, try and get those 7 wins to get to the second day. But the big issue here was it was plagued with server difficulties. The servers just couldn't handle the load of the increased amount of players. Many people that have let me know, they dusted off their old Arena account just to enter this at a chance to win $2,000, ultimately probably sitting on tons of gold. And then there was some people that were like, you know what, this is worth the $20, $30 that it's worth to throw into the game and do the gems. It makes for a good afternoon. If you can steamroll with the sealed pool, then you're able to do things quite well. Well, things did not go very well. And by not very well, there was an announcement that came out on the 12th, which was a couple days ago. Recent server issues. Well, those server issues were very bad and poorly planned out. A lot of things that went along was just bad. Like, it made things very interesting, and people sat on their computers or mobile phones trying to get into this event and clear off their matches and couldn't do it. Some people just had to up and walk away from the game. And I feel for you guys. Like, you clear your calendar to try and do these things. So for Arena, the Arena staff and everyone like that, they've put out a experimental overload code, which will give you, that's valid only until July 6th, but it gives you 2,000 experience, which is 2 levels of the mastery system. This does include a pack, because I believe you get a Strixhaven pack every second level without the mastery pass. So it is a free pack. It is 2,000 experience. It may unlock other stuff if you have the mastery pass. So it is worth noting that that's there. But there is a lot more. People were getting refunds, and the original refunds were in gold, but it says here now that additionally all players that are who were competing in day 1 of the Arena Open could not complete their course had their entry costs returned to their account in either gold or gems. So I would understand if you contact support and you want those gems back, they can get you those gems back. Gems are a very important thing. When a new set is released on Magic the Gathering Arena, it takes gems to play in the premier events, the sealed events, and you can't enter those with gold. So if you've built up a bunch of gems and now suddenly they're giving you gold back, it's a very field bad scenario because now you can't sit on those gems and get something more. It also takes gems to buy the Mastery Pass. So unless you have those gems, you can't get the Mastery Pass. There is no gold route to the Mastery Pass in it. So it is really unfortunate. I believe this is the right course of action they really need to take. If you hound them enough, you could probably even get a full refund if you did end up purchasing in the event to get into the event, making those purchases. But you know, you still got to be diplomatic and actually talk to them like regular people, not go off the handle, and you will probably have a better outcome than some people that do. So yeah, plain and simple, you know, experimental overload, they give you a code because of all this stuff. I don't like how they're giving these codes when errors happen with the game. I think they should just give out these codes because they shouldn't be their fallback when something goes wrong. They shouldn't be, here you go, and yeah, like, no, it's not the way to do business. If you want to promote your game more like this, give these codes out every once in a while. Give a big bonus. If you want to draw some, draw to something else, be like, you know what, we're just going to give you this code because we can. That's what these are meant for, not to appease people that are upset. Yeah, that's what your service and support side of things are for, is to help mitigate these things and actually do positive, turn the negative stuff into a positive. But we don't see that. We see a lot of negativity towards this game. We see the matchmaking system is completely out of scale with a lot of it. I was playing last night during a live stream, and I can see how the matchmaking system is just not in anyone's favor. It's in favor for the game just to take back as much as they can out of the system, out of the economy, but the economy just doesn't grow at a substantial rate at this point. So it's always taking more than it's giving. You really got to sit on a lot of time to build your accounts up, which I've been playing this since it was in closed beta. So I do have quite a account built up. However, I'm at the point where I'm thinking of making a new account, just because then what's called the matchmaking ratio doesn't affect me as much. There's also some other stuff. I believe one of them's going on right now. This is your college exam cram, whatever. They're putting the school spin with Strixhaven. I'm not a fan of these. I do not like these events because you do have entry fees tied to them. These should not have entry fees. If you want to drive players to the game, you need to open these events up and give them free. When you go through these, you get artwork, the Japanese artwork for some of these cards, their styles. You could also get these without, well, I don't even know if you can get these without playing in these events, but you have to pay 500 gems or 2,500 gold, and then you have to win your matches. If you sit there and you play a deck, this really pushes you to have to net deck and have to copy someone's deck online, and that's not the point of it. The point of these things is to have fun, and you're not going to have fun when you have to enter and pay these events over and over and over again just to win cosmetics. To me, this is detrimental to the way the economy works in Arena. This is very detrimental to the way of building your accounts. And it's not a friendly free-to-play player like myself, or it's not really a friendly way to actually involve people in it. This actually really kind of gates the type of play that you can do. The first one is a Singleton with an emblem. Like, they've given emblems to this. They're special events. whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. They also just had like the historic brawl, which once again, you had to pay to play. And that is not what you want with this. If you want people playing the games, you got to offer more premium events, and those premium events like these sealed or drafts, yes, you charge more money for them because you get stuff out of them. You get to build your collection out of that. But when you're sitting there continuously pushing these events for cosmetics, these cosmetics are not needed. They are not something that you have to have. People want to play in these events just to play in these events because it's a Singleton format or Artisan or Historic Brawl. People want to play those events, but then you put a value on being able to play these events and you only get a style from these. If these events paid off in booster packs and cards, actual cards for your events, then I could justify the entry fees for them. And then it's making them well. There's always been a standard and historic meta or events in the arena game that you pay to play and you can win rares out of them. And that is more better than these, and they're almost the same. They're actually much less in cost. Being able to only be able to get styles, no, to me, it's not worth me spending anything on it. And that's, if you continuously spend your hard-earned gems and gold on them, you're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to be able to build your account. This is a sink for your value, and unfortunately that value just goes elsewhere when they're just giving out styles and cosmetics. And that is one of the main issues I have with the Mastery Pass. They're bonuses, but ultimately with the Mastery Pass and Arena, you do get enough boosters, you do get enough gems and gold out of it that does sort of make it worthwhile. So you got to weigh those options, and that's where the Mastery Pass has gone up and down until they find a happy medium, which is kind of where it is. Plus, log in during the event and get a special card sleeve featuring your winning college emblem. So just log in, you're going to get a sleeve from my understanding here. It looks like they're going to put this banner across it on whichever college wins that week. These sleeves you're going to get all 5 of these sleeves as long as you continuously not enter it, but log in. That's my understanding here. That may change because they've done things like this in the past. There is also a Strixhaven draft challenge coming up. Draft challenges aren't bad. 3,000 gems or 20,000 gold. 3,000 gems isn't bad because I believe it's 2,000 gems. No, it's 750 gems to do a quick draft. It is, I want to say 2,000 gems to enter a premier draft. This does get you more things out of it. Strixhaven draft challenge. So for 3,000 gems or 20,000 gold, you win once, you get a player draft token. That's pretty decent. So in draft, you automatically get 3 packs, and they're 15 card packs. So you're going to build, or 14 card packs. So they're going to build your account up. That's not too bad. And then you just need to win once to get a player draft token. And that player draft token, you're going to get another, I believe, 6 packs, because the player draft is the premier version of the draft, which is the higher value token of it. So it kind of works out. So for 3,000 gems, you're minimum getting, you're rolling the dice to get 9 packs ultimately, and then the chance to get more packs out of it. This is a very viable way to try and actually get stuff out of it if you want to put a little bit in there. That's not terrible. That's not terrible. It's borderline. You got to win once or twice. Most people will win once. There's not many that go 0-3 when it comes to draft. Usually something does flip the coin in your favor somewhere along the times there, where your opponent gets mana screwed or something. So the chances of getting 1 win is very high. I would give it probably an 80% chance to get that 1 win just by entering this, and then you get all these packs out of it. You're getting a minimum 9 packs from that. So that's pretty decent. And then the more you win, the more packs you're going to get and more player tokens. Like, you get 3 wins, you get 2 player draft tokens. That's pretty decent. You know what? This is going to be something I'm going to be looking at myself because it opens up a lot more. Anthology 5 is coming out for Historic very soon. So they're adding a bunch more stuff. They got some previews for this. This isn't a big thing. The Historic format is not one that I'm interested in anymore. It's been pretty ruined by the additions of these packs in the past, and it just makes things ridiculous. And then bundles may be purchased for 2,500, 25,000 gold or 4,000 gems. These are you get card art styles. 25 cards will be available. Yeah. I just don't like the anthology having to spend money straight up to get these. I would rather be able to have a chance to win them in a different type of thing, but you can do the historic events, which does build that up fairly decently from what I saw. Summer is coming beginning June 4th. Jumpstart Returns. Jumpstart was a very unique way of playing, and it did build your system and your game up. However, you're only looking at that for historic cards. Most of the standard cards that are in Jumpstart, you're probably going to have at this point. So, Jumpstart returning. I thought the format, the fun of Jumpstart is very good. In July, we have Mirror Mirror, which bringing back Oko and Teferi as reimagined versions of the cards. Just let the cards die. They were a disaster then. Change them up, do what you will, but now they're adding these to Historic as a fragmented version of Historic Arena. Historic isn't even close to what they originally said it would be. Historic was supposed to become Pioneer with that, and now it's not. It's really being fragmented to the actual game of paper Magic, and you can only do certain things in Historic that you'll never be able to do in paper. So it's yeah, whatever. And then you got all these upcoming events, which, and in May rank season, if you guys went through the April rank season, then you got your packs and you got all Keldheim packs. They've been doing this more and more lately where you get the last set, and then once the set's out for a couple weeks and the new season going forward, because the entire season is in the new set, it's kind of interesting. So, yeah, I don't know. It's whatever. I usually get both styles just because I rank up enough that it doesn't really matter. Now, on with the big thing. The Mythic rewards for getting into Mythic for these are kind of changing. On top of the Pro Play, they're transitioning, getting back to the Gathering. So, Pro Play is dead. They are now killing Pro Play. All of it's gone. There is no more Pro League or the Rivals League going forward. I believe they're going to finish out the season the way it is, and then that's it. It's done. The Pro League is gone. I kind of think I mentioned this a while ago that Pro Play is not anything that I am interested in. To me, it just gave an entitlement that was just too much. It's too much to sit there and say, yeah, I'm a pro, I'm getting this contract. You're on your payroll. Now, I do feel for these pros right now because they just lost their job. Their job was getting paid to stream and play Arena and to do these events, and now that's gone. It's completely gone. They're going to reimagine that. Is this going to open up where you get better placements? Like, if they're going this route, they're going to have to open it up like they do with the World Series of Poker, and you get paid down to X amount. And you got poker, you've got golf that is like that. So if they want to continue this as a proper esports, they're going to have to open this up and make the prize pool pay much further down the line than that. This doesn't mean the big tournaments are leaving with the Pro League disappearing. The Pro League, I still to this date never thought it was a great thing. I never really liked the Pro League. I always thought it was nothing that I had a goal or ever wanted to be. maybe as a kid I was like, oh cool, I can play Magic for the rest of my life as a pro, but it was never really something I saw an achievable moment unless you sat there, lived, breathed, and played Magic to the point where it it became your life. And I think moving away from the pro league, I think, is a good thing. I think all the pros that were there, you do great in these tournaments, but it's going to free up a lot of things and let you be more free and not be so restricted to just playing Magic the Gathering and playing these tournaments. Now you can sit there and dedicate whatever time you want for it, play in these bigger tournaments if you want to. It's just going to free everyone up, and I think it's going to be a better system ultimately. The pro league, I think, has run its course, and I think it's something that is done. Being a pro Magic player, I don't think was anything really that great. It took things, it gave you a title. Other than that, it didn't really do much else. They will still have the World Championship. They're excited for the events. Now they're increasing the prize pool. Now I was seeing a post earlier today about $2 million being injected into the Pro League or into Magic tournaments, and it seems that that has disappeared. I don't know much about that yet. If you guys know more about that, let me know down below. But once again, I don't follow the pros. I never have. I never really will. I follow a couple here when things surface for the channel, but it was never something I was really that into. Ultimately, I think there's a lot more better people out there that you can sit there and take advice from for playing Magic the Gathering than sitting there watching pros play on Twitch and being forced to do their tournaments on Twitch or on some sort of social media. I don't think was anything that was, I think it added too much stress to the situation, and now being able to walk away from that hopefully will be a lot better. Here's what it's going to look like. The existing set championship structure will remain in place. We will be increasing the prize pool, updating the prize structure compared to the Strixhaven Championship. Set championships will feature prize pools of $450,000 per event or 3 events. League weekends and the gauntlet will no longer be run through 21-22. This is the final season of the Magic Pro, and Rivals League players will not be competing another league. Instead, they will be competing for a place at the World Championship, which is, I think, what they should be doing. The World Championship is more about how Magic is. The World Championship will feature a prize pool of $250 million. Individual event details will be shared closer to these events. Total player fees will remain unchanged. What comes next? The Gathering, our guiding star. Yeah, things are looking like we're going back to pay-per play with the World event coming to a close. So, you know what? Them getting rid of the Pro League was just the next course. They took down the content creator program, which I think they're going to support more content creators with more product than being like free codes for Arena and really pushing Arena. I think Arena is at the point where it's run its course. It's a good version of Magic the Gathering if you want to build up a free-to-play game, but ultimately it's up to you if you want to really put the money into the game and buy the cosmetics. I think cosmetics being for sale, if you want to buy them, is great. I think that they need to turn around and be able to give more cosmetics for free for these events, just to get people playing these events by putting a entry fee for some of these events that people just want as open formats for the game. I think is really limiting where the game can be. I think it's really bringing the game down, and why people have walked away from Arena in general. It's just not something that people are interested in. I get reports, and I see it personally, that the Strixhaven draft format is it's not a very good place for Magic the Gathering. It's not a very fun format. The added Mythic Archives cards that have been put into the Strixhaven draft and sealed events just give that tilt off center for it. I don't mind it because it adds an extra layer of difficulty to it, But when you're new to the game, it really makes it very difficult to sit there and pick up draft. It's not a very friendly draft format for new players, that is for sure. This Mystical Archives and the Strixhaven set is not very friendly to new players. Very much the same as like Ikoria was. It made it very confusing, makes things very difficult. You've got all this extra reading that you do, in all honesty, if you're trying to attract new players, this is not the path to continue to go on. Anyway, guys, if you did like this video, do give the like and subscribe down below. Let me know what your thoughts are. I do want to continue this series. I know at the beginning there I said that if we're going to continue this, you guys got to share this out. And you do. You really do. I cannot stress this enough. I'm not being pushed out like I usually am on YouTube. Things just seem to be coasting along. Most of my viewership are coming from my subscribers right now, and that is no way to grow. So you guys got to help me out here. If you want this channel to grow and this community to thrive, I need your help in that. Also, if you guys do want to support the channel, there is a Patreon and membership links down below. Hey, if you want to also throw a couple bucks my way just for putting out these videos, there's links for that also. And then I do live streams also on the weekends. So until next time, you guys have a great day and we will see you again.